Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Ask Julie Ryan Show. I'm Julie, your host, and I'm so delighted you could join us this week. My intention in doing this show is to provide information, insight, and comfort to people all over the world by helping to answer life's unanswerable questions. We got a whole bunch of callers on hold this evening, so we will see what their questions are and see what Spirit has to say for an answer. It's always fun to see who's calling in and where they're calling from. So, one quick reminder, next Tuesday, October 25th, we're going to do Ask Julie Ryan Live, which is going to be on Zoom. It's going to be kind of like a woo-woo party, and I'm going to make it really fun. I want to have the same vibe as we had when we were kids and at slumber parties and trying to get somebody to levitate or talk to a spirit. Although this time, I don't know that we'll get anybody to levitate, but we will be talking to spirit, and that'll be fun. And there'll be prizes given away. I'm going to give away a free session. I'm going to give away a class, maybe. You just never know. And some other prizes. So it's just going to be a party. It's going to be a way to celebrate spirit, because spirit's pure love, which is fun. So I think we should have fun with this. And I'm going to start doing this on the fourth Tuesday of every month because my show's been shortened to an hour. So it's a way to get more questions on. So I hope you can join us. Just go to askjulieryan.com/live and sign up. Get your ticket. Hope to see you there. All righty, let's go to the phones. And our first caller's Annie. Let me find Annie here. Hi, Annie. Did I get you? Nope. Wait, hang on. Operator error. Let me go to Annie. Annie, is that you?
Yes, hello.
Oh, good. Hi, Annie. That was a blonde moment. Operator error. So sorry. Where are you calling in from?
However, I'm from Canada.
Okay. Yeah. Where in Canada?
Around hell.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a little delayed. Okay. I'm just north of Toronto by Lake Simcoe in Ontario.
Okay. Terrific. Got a question for me?
Yeah, I have a question around medical. So I have a BRCA2 gene mutation, and I was recently diagnosed with breast cancer at 34. And I feel and understand that it may be past life related, and I'm just wondering what steps to take in healing.
Why do you think it's past life related?
I just have a gut feeling, and I've had two energetic healers also say that to me separately. So, yeah, that's where it's coming from. It's intuitive feeling.
Okay, so let's do a quick past life scan, Annie, and that'll be fun. And we'll see if we can come up with a correlation of what's going on in your current life with what happened in that past life. And once we illuminate an energy block that we've brought through from a past life, we eradicate it. We allow the energy field membrane to heal, which will help you heal. So how I do past lives is different. Of course, I'm an entrepreneur. I got to do things differently. I got to have my own way. And here's how I do past lives. I call them scans instead of, most people do past life work with hypnosis. And I just cut to the chase. I'm envisioning myself in this endless hallway. It has these very narrow walls and very tall ceilings. On the walls are big square mirrors lined up perfectly vertically and horizontally from floor to ceiling. Each mirror represents a different lifetime. So I'm connected into you already in Canada. I'm here in Birmingham, Alabama, in the southern part of the U.S. And what I'm doing is I'm standing in the hallway, and we're gonna ask a question. The mirrors that correlate with the question are going to come out from the wall as if they're on a hydraulic arm. And I ask it that way first because I want to see how many lifetimes relate to what's going on in your current life. And then I'm going to ask which one resonates the most. That one will come out the farthest. I'll envision walking into it. I'll get where it was, when it was, a little bit about what happened, and we'll see how that relates to what you've got going through or what you're going through right now. So here we go. Does Annie have any past lives in which she had something that relates to her breast cancer diagnosis? So there are quite a few mirrors that have come out from the wall. Show me the one that resonates the most with what she's going through right now. So it's down on the left side. Annie, I see myself jogging down this hallway in my mind's eye. And then I'm going to walk into this mirror and see what comes up with this. 1947, I get, is the year. I get it's in Marseille, France. All right, what's going on there? So I'm in there. You're a man in that lifetime. Oh, you're a physician. You're a surgeon. You're a surgeon in that lifetime. So what are you doing with you're treating not just breast cancer, but cancer patients. And you're a cancer surgeon. And so you have breast cancer patients. I mean, I see you in the OR operating on a woman. And so what are you doing? What is it that correlates? Certainly, in that lifetime, you were taking care of cancer patients. How does this relate to Annie's current life? Well, obviously, you are dealing with this. And are you going to have surgery? What's your treatment plan?
They have proposed surgery, and no, I haven't. Because I have the gene mutation, their proposal is quite significant. They want to do double mastectomy. They've also proposed a hysterectomy because of the mutation. It's high risk for cervical cancer as well. And removing lymph nodes all in my right armpit, as well as radiation and probably chemo as well, depending on what the lymph nodes show.
Wow.
I'm going naturally at this point. But if what I'm doing doesn't make an impact, then I'll probably do something surgically.
Okay. All right. So what I'm getting with this, the interesting thing about past lives, Annie, is that we all come in with something that our spirit wants to explore and experience, kind of like a script with lots of other subscripts. And then we'll have multiple lifetimes that will have some semblance of that script. Like you were the surgeon dealing with cancer patients. Perhaps in past lives, you were the parent of, the sibling of, the child of, the person who had cancer or some other disease that was a serious, perhaps life-threatening disease. This round, you wanted to experience and explore it in this day and age and time as a woman with breast cancer with the BRCA gene, and what the different modalities for treatment were. You are building on that each lifetime. And in this past lifetime, you were a surgeon. So that's in there. Even though you may not be cognizant of it, that past life is in there. Each time we incarnate, we're looking at things from a different perspective, different time, different set of circumstances, different gender, oftentimes. And I equate past lives, Annie, with Hamlet. You think about how many times has Hamlet been performed since Shakespeare wrote it in 1602? Well, who knows? But certainly same script, different perspective. Where was it performed? In what country? In what language? In what year? What was happening in the world? Who were the actors? Who was the director? What was the interpretation of a similar or the same script? And that's what I see in multiple lifetimes. So by illuminating it, we eradicate that block in your energy field that you've brought in this lifetime, and that's going to help you heal. Does that make sense? That's a lot I just threw at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's great. Thank you. Okay.
You're welcome. Well, good luck to you. I hope that everything works out well. Consider doing a full hour with me, and we can do a deep dive, and we can do healings and all that jazz. So consider that. Just go on my website and pick a date and time. And then just get on the calendar whenever it's available. And then on your confirmation email, Annie, click on the reschedule button, because dates and times that are sooner open up all the time. I had a woman today that scheduled in January, and she checked yesterday and she got in today, because people reschedule all the time. So oftentimes you can get in within a day or so.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So yeah. So the key is just get on my calendar. You bet. Okay. Good luck to you with everything. Thanks for calling. Bye-bye. All righty. let's go to Monica next. Hi, Monica.
Hi, Julie.
How you doing?
Good. I'm from San Antonio.
Great.
I had
Alrighty.
a 1 hour call with you not too long ago, and
Great.
you scanned me and said that I had a lot of yeast.
Okay.
So I got on the nice statin,
Yeah.
and I took it 3 times a day. I had my phone set. It was perfect. And I had horrible acne where I was embarrassed to go out in public, so I stopped.
Mm-hmm.
Since then, I've gotten worse. My eyes are red every day. I look like a drug addict. And I'm super, super tired, even though I go to bed at 9:30, 10:30. It doesn't seem to matter how much I sleep. I can't get my eyes to not be red. And I almost feel like I have an allergy. So could you do another scan
Sure.
and see, did the nystatin help? Did maybe I stop it and I messed myself up even worse?
No, Monica, I think what happens when we go on a detox plan, whether it's nystatin or whatever, and that's why I always suggest that you start off really slowly and see what your reaction is, because your body, what happens is it kills off the yeast, and the yeast release their toxins. So the body is trying to rid itself of all the toxic load that's happening. And that's why it's best to work with a doctor if you can. And there's a book called Toxic by Neil Nathan, MD, Dr. Nathan. You may want to get a hold of that and read that. And he talks about how to detox. I'm sure it was on your reference list of the references that I sent to you. So basically, what you want to do is you want to start off slowly, because when we just flood our systems with all these toxins, the body's going, whoa, 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 whoa. And that's when our face breaks out and we have other things that are happening. So I hear people all the time tell me that they did a liver cleanse or a colon cleanse or something, and it was just made them just really worse. And it's because they were doing it too fast and the body couldn't deal with all the toxins. So what I'm doing is I'm clearing out the yeast out of your system again, and pay attention to what you're eating. Do you still have that reference list that I sent to you?
Okay.
Do you still have that reference list that I sent to you of all those items? Refer to that. Okay.
I have
Refer to that. And then I would work with a doctor, because obviously you need some help detoxing. Thanks for calling. I hope you feel better. Stay with us, everybody. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get more callers on. You're listening to the Ask Julie Ryan Show. Welcome back, everybody. Our next caller is Henry. Hi, Henry.
Hi, Julie.
Henry.
How are you?
I'm well. How are you, sir?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can.
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for. Thank you
Where
so
are you
much
located, Henry? Where are you
calling.
located?
I am based in Bay Area, San Francisco Bay Area.
Okay, terrific. Got a question for me?
I have a question for you. Yes, please. I'm calling to ask you about my wife. She's suffering from severe chronic pain.
Okay.
This pain is undiagnosed, cannot be treated with any medications, and doctors simply cannot figure out what's going on with her body, what causes the pain, and she's trying to maintain the hope that she will get better. And she asked me to ask you if you could see anything or provide any kind of high-level advice of how to proceed with her improvement and treatment. And obviously, she would like to know if she has a chance of improving her condition.
Okay, what's her name, Henry? What's your wife's name?
My wife's name is Irene.
Irene. Okay, and where is her pain? Is it just throughout her whole body, or is it in her back or in a certain area?
She suffers from the pain in her right leg, from her inner knee up and down, as well as severe pain in her groin area.
Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do, Henry, is I'm going to connect to you and from you to Irene, and then I'll get her on my radar, which means I'm going to see a hologram of her in my mind's eye. And it's going to be as if I'm looking at an X-ray or a CT scan or an MRI. And then something will be identified immediately thereafter. There will be some type of healing that will take place. So try and envision what I'm seeing, because you're going to be my helper in this healing. How about that? So here we go. Here comes my laser beam from Sweet Home, Alabama. I'm hooked into you. I've got you. I'm going from you to Irene. All right. So she's got nerve pain. She's got a nerve that looks like it's really flared up. I mean, it is screaming. All right. So imagine that the nerve is a tube. And imagine there's a little tiny corkscrew that's spinning inside that tube, and it's clearing out the tube. When I see a nerve that's inflamed or has been injured, it gets dead cells in it. It gets other debris in it. And so it's like it's being cleaned out. And then there's an irrigation fluid that's used, and then I'm pouring stem cell energy into there. Stem cell energy, Henry, looks like a light amber colored gel, has sparkles in it, reminds me of this hair gel when I was a kid called Dippity Doo. And it's being administered down in the tube that is the nerve. And then what I'm watching is there's a vortex spinning above her leg, and that's going to transform the stem cell energy into new tissues. Did she fall? Did she injure herself? What's going on with that? Anything along those lines?
Absolutely nothing. No trauma, no accidents, no falling down. Nothing happened.
All right. This looks like it's nerve pain to me. Have you been to see a neurologist yet?
Believe me, we've seen every kind of a doctor, and we also had a specific MRI test called neurogram that's supposed to figure out if there is any damaged nerve in the body. And that test came back negative, meaning that she supposedly did not have any nerve issues in her body.
Oh, well. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing today. So I hope that helps. I hope that helps her feel better. Consider doing a full hour with me. We can do a deep dive. We'll figure out what's going on. We'll reverse engineer her symptoms. But that's the first thing that's coming up for me. So I hope that helps. Thanks for calling. So You're welcome. Absolutely. Give her my love. Bye-bye. All righty. Let's go to Ursula next. Hi, Ursula.
Hi, Julie. Thank you for taking my call.
You are welcome. Where are you located?
I'm in Long Beach, but today I'm calling for my friend Claire. I have her permission.
Yeah.
And she's right now in Seoul, South Korea.
Yeah.
And I'm calling because my friend Claire, she has been pregnant twice already, and the egg fertilized and attached briefly to the cervix, but then it stopped to further develop and grow, and the pregnancy came to a halt. So that it was twice already. And I was wondering if you could scan Claire and maybe see what might be her problem and send her some stem cell healing as well her way.
Sure, absolutely. So what I'm going to do, Ursula, is I'm going to connect to you in Long Beach and from you to Claire in Seoul, Korea. So here we go. Here comes my laser beam from Sweet Home, Alabama, heading to you in Long Beach. All right, got you. All right, and then it's heading west. It keeps going over to Asia. All right. Okay, it takes just a second to get over there. All right, I've got Claire. Claire, is it okay if I scan you? I'm talking to Ursula. She says, yes, it's fine. All right. I always check because, it's an invasion of privacy, I think, if I try and scan somebody without their permission. All right, got that. She has 3 baby spirits over her right shoulder, Ursula. Baby spirits look like little orbs, and they attach to the mom's energy field before they're conceived. And have you ever seen an orb in a photograph before where we think, oh, it's
Yes.
just dust or something? No, that's a spirit. If you blow those up, sometimes you can see faces in them if you blow them up on your computer. So got that. Let me look at her girly parts and see what's going on there to see what's happening. How young is Claire?
She is 38.
Okay. So pretty young. All right. So what I'm seeing is I think they're called philia. They're like little fingers at the end of the fallopian tubes that grab the egg and come in. I've got stem cell energy on those just to elongate them. They start to get a little worn after time, and so I've got that happening. So it's making she's going to have the fallopian tubes of a 16-year-old by the time we're done with her. All right, got that. Roto-rootering out her fallopian. Her ovaries look fine. She's got plenty of eggs in there. The eggs in the ovaries, Ursula, look like blonde caviar to me. And, I get all these crazy analogy pictures in my head, and Spirit gives me those so that we can have a frame of reference for all this woo-woo stuff that we're doing. So she's got plenty of eggs on both. There's this device that goes over the ovaries, and it reminds me of a Spider-Man movie, and I call it my egg magnetron. And what it does is it magnetizes the eggs that are not viable, and it gets them out of there. So when she ovulates, she only ovulates viable eggs. I watch this happen all the time on healings with women with fertility things, and it just reminds me of some villain in a Spider-Man movie, this device. Sometimes I see devices and procedures that haven't been invented yet. This is one of those. All right. Imagine 2 corkscrews going down simultaneously down the fallopian tubes. All right. Those are being irrigated in her uterus. That looks good. Looking at her cervix, a little bit of stem cell energy on her cervix just to strengthen it a little bit, the fibers in it. All right. See if this helps. And tell her that there are 3 babies spirits. These are babies that have not been conceived yet. These are new babies. And baby spirits always attached to the mom's energy field. And they can either be birth babies or adopted babies, but there are three spirits that have attached to her energy field. So I hope that gives her some hope.
Wonderful.
And you are such a sweetheart to call in for her. Yeah.
Yeah, I like your show. It's awesome. Thank you.
Oh, thanks for calling. Take care. Bye-bye. Let's go to Kathleen next. Hi, Kathleen.
Is this the right Kathleen from San Diego?
Hi, Kathleen from San Diego. How are you? You doing good?
Hello?
Hi. How are you doing?
Okay.
Good. You got a question for me?
Yes, I'm having problems with my right knee, arthritis, stiffness. They're saying that I'll probably have to have surgery, and
Okay.
I'd like to see either avoid surgery or gain strength prior to surgery.
Are they talking about a new knee for you, Kathleen?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Here we go. Here comes my laser beam from Sweet Home, Alabama, heading out to you in San Diego. All right. Got you going in. Oh, yeah. Okay. So I'm watching a new knee get put in. In the meantime,
Okay.
I would seriously consider that path. But what's happening is I'm watching the procedure happen energetically, so it's going to be a breeze when you get it done. But in the meantime, what I'm doing is I'm clearing out the arthritis and putting some stem cell energy in there to lube everything up and create some new cartilage that'll give you some padding till you can get that done. You're going to be out of pain when you have that surgery. That
Right.
surgery is... Yeah, I mean, they've refined it. It's amazing when they do it. Arthritis, Kathleen, looks to me like salt crystals that you put in a salt grinder before you grind it up to sprinkle it on your food. And it also looks like corrosion on a battery. Think of a car battery or a battery in a flashlight. Gets that white crunchy stuff on it. And so I'm irrigating that out, cleaning that out. And interestingly enough, that's what it looks like in surgery on the monitors. I've been in a whole lot of surgeries like that because I'm an inventor of orthopedic surgery devices sold throughout the world. So, of course, that's my frame of reference because I've seen what it really looks like in the operating room. So I've cleared that out. But yeah, I'm getting a new knee. You're going to be a new woman. You're going to be out of pain. You're going to be so glad you did that. I would highly recommend you check that out. Yeah. Have you talked to one other thing, Kathleen? When you're talking to surgeons, and talk to more than one, when you're talking to surgeons, find one who uses robotics to line up the implant.
Yes.
Okay? They don't have to do the whole surgery with robotics, but they want to use robotics to line up the implant, because then it's precise and the outcome is hugely more positive. Your recovery is faster. It's just so much better. My husband had that done on both knees, and we used robotics. They used robotics to line up his implant, and we know several people that didn't, and my husband's recovery was a fraction of the time.
Okay. Yeah, we have that here in San Diego and a couple of, good.
Right. So just ask the surgeon if they use robotics to line up the implant. Okay. And then you can go from there. And I would talk to more than one doctor too on that. So good luck with that. Let us know how it goes. Thanks for calling. All righty, everybody, let's take another quick break. When we come back, we'll get some more callers on, see what they have to say. You're listening to the Ask Julie Ryan Show. We'll be right back. And we're back. Our next caller is Terrell. Hi, Terrell.
Hi, Julie.
Hi. Did I say your name right? Is it Terrell or Terrell, or how do you pronounce it?
It's like Carol with a T, so it's like Terrell.
Oh, I must be psychic or something. I said it right. Oh, how about that? I'm kidding. I must be psychic or something. Oh my gosh, how funny. Well, where are you, Terrell?
Michael. I'm just outside of Phoenix in Mesa, Arizona.
Oh, terrific. Well, good. You got a question for me?
I do. I had I think this is the problem, but I'm not sure. So you'll know better than I will. They put in a titanium marker, right? Ever since they put it in, and then I found out afterwards, I'm thinking it's titanium. And because of COVID, I didn't schedule anything to have it taken out because you weren't really doing anything like that during that time. And I'm just wondering if the pain I get, and it's near my lymph nodes, which is not great, underneath my left arm, and I'll get pain in that breast from there to the center of my breast a lot of times, and I can't tell what's going on. If that's what's causing it, and I need to get it out because it's inflamed. It doesn't happen every single day, which is odd.
Were you getting a lot of mammograms? Were you having radiation? Why the marker?
Vicious. Well, they found something they didn't like, I guess. It was quite a few years ago, and they put it in. And I just went and had my mammogram like 2 months ago, and they said it's fine.
Okay. All right. When you were talking about should I get it out, I was hearing a yes from Spirit in my head before I even get you on my radar. But let me get you on my radar and see what's going on with that. Yeah, you've got inflammation in there. Absolutely, I would go get it out. Yep. And I think you already know that. So just, yeah.
Well, it's because it's on my left side. It was really kind of, it's a little scary sometimes. You're like, okay, is there something else I should be worried about?
No, I don't think so. I think get that out, and then I think your body's gonna detox. What I'm doing is I'm doing a heavy metal detox on you in the meantime, Terrell. So imagine two big U-shaped magnets. They're joined around you. They're the open ends of them are joined together around you. They're going up and down you. And then they turn a quarter of a turn, they go up and down again, turn a quarter of a turn, go up and down again, turn a quarter of a turn, go up and down again. I'm watching the metal particulates get irrigated out of your system. Yeah, I think go get it out. Talk to your doctor about that, get it out, and I think you're going to feel a whole lot better. When that happens, the other thing I would look into, Terrell, is activated charcoal. And Bulletproof is the brand that I like to use, and I think that can help too. That's going to bind that heavy metal toxicity, and that'll help get it out of your system too. So hopefully that'll help and make you feel better.
Yeah, I do have an appointment with you coming up. I was like, boy,
yay! Yay! Check the reschedule button. I'll get you for a whole hour. We'll do a deep dive. We'll see what else is going on. But yeah, this is in the meantime. Thanks for calling.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
All righty, let's go to let's see who's next. Ocala, Florida. I forget who the name is. Kathleen. Let me get to Kathleen here. Hi, Kathleen.
Hi.
Another Kathleen. Hi. I already know where you're located, so you don't have to tell me.
You do? Okay.
I do. Again, I must be psychic or something.
Imagine that.
How about that? You got a quick question for me?
I do. I know that we have spirit guides that throughout our lives at different stages, and I just wondered if you would be able to ask, like, what advice would mine give me at this point in time in my life? Just general.
Your main spirit guide's telling me that it's calling itself Marvin. Now, remember, spirits don't have a gender, but we equate a gender with a name. So it's okay to think of Marvin as a he, or a him or a guy. So Marvin is telling me he's your main spirit guide. Are you a musician? He's telling me that he was a concert pianist. What's that got to do with it, with your life? Are you a musician? Are you into music? What's that?
I love, that's so funny. I love music, and when I used to go to church, I was in the choir and everything. So I feel like I'm restricting myself from learning more or moving on. I've got a piano at home that I don't use that needs tuned up.
There you go. He's going to be nudging you to do that, and your love of music, he's helping you expand that because it's going to bring you lots of joy in every area of your life, and he's saying it's going to broaden your horizons with the people that you know. So he's your main spirit guide right now. Normally, and you have this, we just don't have time to go through all of them, but most of us will have, when I get them on my radar, what we'll have, Kathleen, is 7 spirit guides that surround us in a horseshoe. And they all look like versions of Father Time to me. Some are big and tall, some are little and squatty, whatever. And they all look like old men in a white gown. And then when we start talking to them, they morph into what they looked like in the life they lived. He's telling me that he was involved with the London Philharmonic in the 1930s.
Wow.
So he was a serious concert pianist, and he is your main spirit guide. So when you talk to him, just say, "Hey, Marvin," and then ask a question. And he's going to answer you, Kathleen. It's going to feel like it's a thought in your head. It's going to be the first thing that comes in really fast, within a second or before. And so that's how you'll know that that's him talking to you. All right? So thanks for calling.
And you say, well, thank you so much.
Get that piano tuned up, girl.
I will. Thank you.
All righty. Bye-bye. Oh, fun. You just never know. These spirit guides are a riot because they come in and we're just going, okay. And there's always something that resonates with what they're advising us on. Like my Pope Clement, he wants me to teach the world what happens when somebody dies. And he's best known for his prayers for the dying and his prayers for the dead because he was in office during the Black Plague when 2/3 of Europe died. I always say, I can't make this stuff up. I never heard of a Pope Clement VI till he showed up and in his whole Pope outfit. All right, let's go to Bonnie next. Hi, Bonnie.
Oh, hi there. Hi. Can you hear me okay?
I sure can. Where are you located?
Okay, I'm in Chicago.
Okay, great. And got a quick question?
Yeah, I'm calling about my cat Alex. He was diagnosed recently, back in August with cancer. And,
I'm sorry.
And he's losing weight, has lost a lot of weight. So I guess I want to know, I think I already know, but the vet even said he should be put down. But he doesn't eat much, very little.
Okay. I've got him on my radar. Bonnie, I've got him on my radar, and his spirit's out of his body. It's attached to the top of his head. Looks like a cartoon caption bubble or a speech bubble. And that's what happens to humans, too. And animals will have the same configuration. So let's ask him some questions. Alex, are you ready to go? He's saying not quite yet. All right. Are you in pain? He's saying yes. Yes, he's in pain at times. Do you give him pain medicine, Bonnie?
I give it. There is a supplement that I learned about through a radio program advertisement, and I'm giving him that.
Okay, it helps. It helps.
He does go for acupuncture treatments, though.
Good. Good.
Supposed to be for pain too. Okay.
Yeah, he's saying that the medicine's helping. The medicine helps. So continue with that. What do you need? Alex, what do you need? He says he just wants more time with you. How will Bonnie know when it's time for you to go to cat heaven? How about that, to go to heaven? He's saying he's going to let you know. He's showing me that he'll be curled up in a ball, and he just won't have the energy. You know how cats will curl up, kind of their feet and then their heads are together. So he's showing me that he's going to be curled up like that, Bonnie, and that he's going to not be able to move. He'll be awake, but he's saying when he doesn't have the energy to get up. Have you seen that behavior yet, or is he still kind of active?
Well, he does a lot of sleeping, and he spends a lot of time in the closet, the coat closet. But he does come out to eat, and he does. He's semi-active, I guess. He likes to be with me at times. We have our special little language that we talk to each other. And he wants to, cuddle with me and stuff. So, but he does spend a lot of time in the closet.
Did he before he got sick?
No.
Does he have a bed in there?
Wait a minute. No, it's comfy in there though. There's a comfy jacket on the floor, but now that I remember now, he used to like to go in the closets at times, yeah. So, but he spends a lot of time in the closet, a lot more than he used to.
Animals a lot of the time at the end of their lives, they'll want to be by themselves. And sometimes I've heard many stories from clients and friends and others that their dog or their cat will go off on their own and they'll pass away on their own. They don't want to be around anybody. But he's saying when he can't get up, that's how you'll know to take him to get him euthanized. So I hope that helps.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thanks for calling, Bonnie. Oh, that's so hard when that happens. Alrighty, everybody, that's it for this week. Thanks for listening. AskJulieRyan.com live. Join me next Tuesday. It's going to be a blast for the woo-woo party. And I'll meet you back here next week, same time. Sending you lots of love from Sweet Home, Alabama. Mwah. Bye, everybody.
Thanks for joining us. Be sure to follow Julie on Instagram and YouTube at Ask Julie Ryan and like her on Facebook at Ask Julie Ryan. To schedule an appointment or submit a question, please visit AskJulieRyan.com.
This show is for informational purposes only. It is not intended to be medical, psychological, financial, or legal advice. Please contact a licensed professional. The Ask Julie Ryan Show, Julie Ryan and all parties involved in producing, recording, and distributing it assume no responsibility for listeners' actions based on any information heard on this or any Ask Julie Ryan shows or podcasts.